Welcome to the Brant Phillips Show, the show dedicated to results. Now, here's Brant.
Welcome, everybody, to the Brant Phillips Show. Yes, I'm Brant Phillips, and yes, this is the show dedicated to just one thing, results, my friends, helping you create results in your life and in your business and your real estate investments using proven tactics, strategies, information to help you not only create results, but speed up results. So what we're going to talk about today is very specifically geared to help you not only create results, but give you a method, what I call 4 X factors, when combined, can drastically and rapidly help you improve creating results. So look, we're all bombarded with all of these self-help kind of books and programs like all over the place. And, most likely, if you're listening to the show, you've probably read some self-help books, some investment books, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should receive and read that type of information. But if you're reading a book like a self-help book or even an investing book with the expectation that just that information alone is going to help you get what it is that you really want, like what is that result just from reading that book, then you're going to be in for a rude surprise, my friend, because that is not going to be the case. And most likely, you're not going to experience what it is that you truly want to receive, what the result that you truly want to create. And I get it, like we're all bombarded with all this self-help kind of stuff, how to quit smoking, drinking, make more money, lose weight, and a million other things. But unfortunately, pretty much almost always, this self-help is just going to become a revolving circle. And you're most likely going to end up exactly in the same place that you started from without adding some additional ingredients, some additional X factors. You see, that self-help book, that self-help information alone is not going to help you get where you want to go. So let's talk about some of these other factors. I like to call them X factors. These X factors that can help you create real and lasting results in your life or certain aspects of your business, of whatever it is that you want to focus on. Because you see, during my journey as in explorations as an entrepreneur, I've invested a lot of time and money in pursuit of what? Creating a better business, creating a better life. And I've realized that there are these 4 real, true, tangible X factors that create true and lasting results and create success. And it's a proven model. There's a proven system. And so that's what I want to share with you on today's show. So let's talk about the first X factor. We're going to call these X factors to creating success. So the very first X factor that you need to have in order to create success before you pick up that self-help book. And once again, I'm not telling you not to pick up the self-help book, but make sure you have this and one mindset. Like, you need a committed mindset, because without the commitment, you're going to be dead before you even start. And there's no need to proceed any further at all. And this is kind of like the thing where, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. But you need to be ready. And I have a lot of people that email, call, whatever, come to events that I'm speaking at, and they're talking about like how to time the market. Is now a good time to get started? And quite frankly, whether we're talking about real estate or any other business venture, more times than not, and pretty much always, that the best time to start a business has really nothing to do with the market at all. The best time to start a business, the best time to start real estate investing, the best time to start flipping houses is when you're ready to play all in. That's when it's time to get started, when you've got this committed mindset. So that's the first X factor. Now let's talk about the second X factor, which is skill sets. Yes, this relates to you picking up those books and reading those books, because you absolutely need to be picking up and reading books. Skill sets relates to information. Like, you have to actually know how to do the stuff, right? Like the day in, day out stuff of creating a business, of creating a great relationship, of creating, certain results maybe in your health and fitness. Like, you have to know how to do the stuff. So this is related to skill sets, to information. And when you combine that committed mindset with the right information that turns into tangible skill sets that you have, you're going to the next level, right? Like, you're not just reading a book, like you're combining with actual skill sets. But I would have you consider, my friend, that in today's day and age, information is grossly overrated. It's grossly overrated. Why? Because we have access to so much information. The value of information has been greatly decreased just because of its abundance, simply because of its abundance. Before, you go back 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000 years ago, that wasn't the case. We've all heard that knowledge is power, and it absolutely is. But in today's day and age, people don't value it as much. There's a big difference when you go online and Google a piece of information and you get information, say, for example, about real estate investing, which you can Google a lot of information about real estate investing, versus paying money and going to a program or a boot camp. Like, you value that information simply because you've now paid you paid money and spent time receiving that information. Now, there is something to be said for information that is organized properly. So make sure that you are the information that you're consuming, that you're taking, is something that you can process and put into action quickly. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck in this trap, in this hamster wheel of just consuming information, but it doesn't turn into a tangible result. It doesn't turn into a tangible skill set that you have, that you can go into the marketplace and actually make money. But skill sets, my friend, are incredibly important. And that is the second X factor. And going back, we have mindset, now we have skill sets. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of people stop. They go, get a little inspiration, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip 10 houses this year. And then they go read a book. Maybe they go to a boot camp, and that's it.
Hey, this is Brant, and I hope you're enjoying today's show. If you're at a place in your life or your business where you just feel stuck, or you just don't know what actions to take to help you get unstuck or onto the path to creating the results you truly desire, please take a few minutes and go to my website, brantphillips.com. There's some really valuable resources and information that may be able to help you out. And if you're interested in really speeding up results with the help of a coach and mentor, and adding true accountability and guidance to your life and business, please reach out to me from my website as well at brantphillips.com, or going directly to www.brantphillips.com/coaching. Now let's get back to the show.
So they essentially have two X factors on this table now, like this table of results, but it needs 4 legs. So what is that third leg? The third leg is an environment. The third leg is an environment to consistently put yourself in an environment with other like-minded people who are growing and building businesses and are seeking and stretching to create something bigger than themselves, to continually improve, continually level up. This is the whole iron sharpens iron principle, and it's absolutely critical. And I'll share with you a story. When I began investing, one of the habits that I created in my business right from the very beginning was I began going to networking events, like real estate networking events. I would go to 2 to 3 each and every month, no matter what. like no matter what. And the thing I didn't understand about this principle and the power of being in the right environment, but what happened was this. I began to meet some other people who were investing in real estate. They were doing, building and growing the same business as me. And so each and every month, maybe I had a great month. I bought a couple houses, things were going well, things were clicking. And I talked to one of my buddies who wasn't having such a good month. So I was able to share like my success and my story, what was going on, and pour into him a little bit, right? Give him a little inspiration. Because guess what? I would come back maybe a month, 2 months later, 3 months later, I would come back like, damn, it was a hard month. Man, I had everything handed to me this month. It was brutal. Didn't get any contracts accepted wherever I was at that stage of building my business. But my buddy's like, rocking and rolling, multiple contracts accepted, whatever it may be. And so being around him and hearing his success and other people's success, it poured into me. It kept me going. So I made it a point to put myself in an environment and surround myself with others who are also striving. Because look, here's the thing, like this environment, there's energy there. There's energy that we can receive and there's energy that we can give. And this is the power of the mastermind as well, with some business masterminds. That was just the beginning story of how I started. Now, where I'm at now, it's business masterminds. I'm either a part of masterminds or I'm running masterminds for my students, because there is power. There is absolute power in this environment. And so now we've essentially established these three of the 4X factors, which is mindset, your skill sets, your environment. And the last, and in my opinion, in today's day and age, the most critical X factor that's going to tie all of this together is accountability. It's accountability. And that's where in our day and age, I see the biggest drop off. That's where I see the biggest difference from people really having a goal and achieving the goal, is whether or not they have true accountability in their life and their business. So most likely this is going to be in the form of a coach or mentor, but you need someone in order to reach, goals that are worth achieving, right? I'm not talking about just simple little easy kind of stuff. I'm talking about stuff that's hard, right? Like when you're venturing to leave your full-time job and makes 6 or 7 figures in real estate, like you're going to need some help. And there's really not a lot of shortcuts to creating success without having a good coach or a mentor, because what is this accountability for? And what is good coaching and mentorship for? What's the purpose of it? Typically 2 things: to speed up results, help you get things done quicker, and also avoid the pitfalls. So you're going to need someone to help guide you to that place who's already paid the price, someone who's accomplished things in their life or business that you're looking to accomplish, and at the same time hold you accountable once you have the map and what to do, and you've got the determined mindset and you've got the skill sets. You need someone to hold you accountable for your actions, someone to guide you on what to do and what not to do, right? And so I can say, this isn't just something that I read from a book. Like I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching and consulting, paying other people to teach me and coach me, but also hold me accountable. I can say that that's some of the best money that I've ever spent. Why? Because I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be able to create the business that I have today and the, the family that I have and some of the just physical pursuits that I do. The first thing I did whenever I signed up for an Ironman when I was 40 years old was realize like I was a horrible swimmer. I was probably going to die at the beginning of the Ironman in the swim portion unless I did what? Figured out how to swim. So the first thing I did, it was just instinctively, was hire a swim coach. When I signed up to fight in an MMA fight, I had no experience in martial arts. What'd I do? Hire a coach. Like teach me how to fight in a cage fight. Like, help me speed up results and help me to avoid pitfalls. It didn't help me not get my ass knocked out in the cage fight, but that was still the principle there. Right now, my son is 13 years old, and his dream right now, his first dream is, he wants to be an NFL kicker. He wants to kick in the NFL. But before that, he wants a college scholarship to be a kicker. And right now, he's about to go into high school. He wants to be the starting kicker for his high school team, right? So instinctively, I'm like, I don't know how to kick, but I know there's probably someone who does. So what did we do? We started asking around, going online, looking, and from a friend of a friend of a friend, just so happens to know the kicker of a university here in our city. I'm not going to say the university. Knows the kicker, doesn't live that far away. Boom, done. We're paying the kid. We're hired the college kicker to come and teach my son. So he's getting weekly lessons from a college kicker about how to kick. Why? Because it's going to help him speed up results. It's going to help him avoid pitfalls, doing things the wrong way. He's doing things the right way. He's got the mindset. He's learning the skill sets. He's going to go to some kicking camps. That's environment. And he's got accountability from a coach. So even when they're not meeting, he has to record his kicking, send it to him for feedback. And honestly, I can say without accountability in my life, I probably wouldn't even be recording this podcast right now, because I wouldn't have the certainty to help, know that I can help you make a difference in your own life, in your own business. But all of this is because I've invested in myself, and I sought out others who achieved the results that I desired. And this whole lesson about X factors, right? It's not just about making money. Absolutely, it works with that. It's not just about making money. These X factors of having a committed mindset, having the right skill sets, having the right environment, and having accountability work in all areas of your life. Maybe you're struggling in a relationship. Maybe you've got some health and fitness, goals or issues, challenges, weight loss, whatever it may be. These X factors work. But you have to put them together, and you've got to play all in, because if you're not playing all in, forget about it. If you're not coachable, if you're not willing to receive feedback, if you're just stubborn, hard-headed, you've got the big ego, self-centered, whatever, and you're not going to be coachable and listen to real feedback, when you're putting yourself in environments if you hire a coach and a mentor, like, forget about it. Like, you need to come to the table like a sponge, ready to soak up information from someone who's been there and done what it is you're trying to do. Soak it up, put it into action. Combine the 4 X factors of having a determined, committed mindset, having the right skill sets, put yourself in the right environment, and create accountability in your life through a coach or mentor or someone to hold you accountable, so when you try to give up, you don't. They push you and push you and push you to keep you on the path. And if you can do those things, my friend, you now have a recipe to create some massive, massive results in your life and in your business very, very quickly. So that's it, my friends. And once again, I thank you for listening to the show. And I look forward to helping you create results in your life and in your business.
You've been listening to The Brant Phillips Show. To listen to past shows, get updates on future shows, and find other resources or information about coaching, visit BrantPhillips.com.